evening, everyone, and welcome to day 10 of Great Amrita Alumni Conclave on the impact of technology on jobs. Will automation and artificial intelligence reduce or increase jobs? That's the discussion today. So, today we have with us Sreelekshmy Selvin, Senior AI Engineer and Head of Future Talent Initiatives and Learning, Accubits Technologies. She has completed her MTech in Computational Engineering and Network from Amrita School of Engineering in the year 2017. Without further ado, I would like to invite you, Sri Lakshmi. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So thank you for inviting me for the session. I'm very glad uh, to be part of this. So the topic is something which is under hot discussion in today's world: the impact of technology on job. So before we move to the actual topic, we should have an awareness about what AI is, why we use AI, and what are the changes AI is going to make, or the changes that caused by AI. So basically, what is AI? AI, or the term artificial intelligence, it's a wide range of it's a ranging branch of computer science, which is concerned with building machines which are capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. If you take few examples, like smart assistants, which you are very familiar, starting from Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, to the hottest topic of the day, self-driving cars, the recommendation system that you see in Amazon or Netflix or Flipkart or any other search e-commerce or OTT platform. All these are basically the byproducts of AI, I would say. So basically, what AI does is it helps to automate the jobs, or it helps to avoid the mundane task, and helps in automating the task which we are doing on a day-to-day basis. Also, it helps to make more intelligent and effective use of human resources. So why we use AI? So basically, if we consider AI, it has the capability of understanding, reasoning, and making perceptions by use of an algorithm or a software. If you take an example of a scenario where you are going to a place uh, where you don't know the language. For example, if someone from the northern part of India is coming to the southern part, there is a basic issue of language. And to understand the language in the southern region, sometimes you might need a third person. So just imagine the situation where you have an assistant with you, or an algorithm, or a software with you, which helps you in understanding the language. So that is what AI is helping you in today's world. It's not just about having a natural language processing system which deals with the communication or the natural language understanding. It also ranges to scenarios where you can apply these concepts to understanding the human image concepts, like working on health images. If you go to a doctor with an X-ray image, the understanding and perception of the doctor will be different from what the software is having. So apparently, in many of the studies these days, it is seen that algorithms or AI based machines or products are capable enough to understand an X-ray image or an MRI scan far better than a doctor. It is not that the doctor is not capable enough, but the hidden information within the data. Data means it could be anything. It could be an image. It could be a text. It could be a voice note, or anything. So whatever is the underlying pattern, the algorithms or the AI models are capable enough to understand that, because it basically is trying to uh, what I would say, it basically tries to mimic the human intelligence to an advanced level. So that is why we use AI just to make the work done by a human can be replaced with a software in a more effective and efficient way and at a low cost. The low cost, why we say it as low cost is once we have a machine or an algorithm or a software that performs some particular task, then we don't have to maintain it or keep working on that again and again. For example, I can cite an example of a research done by the Indian Institute of Science a few years back. It is to count the number of people attending the Kumbh Mela of the famous Kumbh Mela. So, if you ask a human to do this, it is not possible. But with an algorithm developed by the eminent personalities from IISc, they were able to count the number of heads or number of people who participated in the Kumbh Mela for a particular year. So that is where we should realize we are realizing the capability of a AI model or an AI based algorithm. It can actually outperform the human capabilities. So that is why the world is running behind AI. It's not just about counting the number of people who's attending an event, but starting from the very non banking sector to almost in all of the sectors. Right now we have AI doing so many tasks. So few years back, if you go to a bank and if you want to open an account, you have to fill up the forms, you need to go to the manager, you need to meet so many other peoples, you need to get so many verifications done. So all these were now replaced by just a chatbot. If you go to the websites of few banks, you can see a pop-up coming up asking for, hey, how can I help you? And then there you give your requirement, like I want to open an savings bank account with your bank. Then comes there will be multiple options popping up, what kind of an account or what are the facilities that you need, whether you need a online banking or mobile banking facility, or you need a credit card. All those information are just popping up and you are just typing your answer and you are uploading few documents, and then it's done. Your bank account will be you will be able to open your bank account in a matter of 1 hour or so. So that is where or this is how AI is changing today's world in banking sector. So maybe in another 5 or 10 years time we will have Ola or Uber without a driver. So that is where AI is leading today's world, and that is why AI is relevant. It is not that AI is replacing everything, but it is making things better in a much better way. So, coming to the hot topic of the day, is AI going to take over the job market? So, before discussing that, I would like to say a few things which happened when my parents used to be in their job, were searching for their job and all. So, there used to be this revolution of using computers in government offices and all other sectors, and at that time there were wide protests around the in all over the places, saying that this computer is going to reduce our jobs and we will be jobless if we are using a computer, or if we are computerizing the things we will be getting we'll go jobless. That was the mindset of few generations back. And if you look around you today, maybe many of your parents or cousins or people you know are working in an industry which depends on computer or a computer 24/7. If you look at me, I'm working in an IT industry. So what about the people who said, hey, if you are computerizing it, that you lose your job? No, it's not we have not lost the job, but it made things easier and it also created new jobs. Yes, it has. It might have replaced many of the old jobs, but it created new jobs. So the same thing is going to happen with AI. It is always easier to imagine the jobs that exist today might be destroyed than it is to imagine the jobs that don't exist today might be created. This is what I want to say to you all, because AI is AI, or any of the new technologies that we see today, or which is under progress. Many of the technologies which are under research, it is never going to replace. It is never going to destroy the job market, but it will replace certain jobs with certain new jobs, and that always happens whenever we introduce a new technology or a new concept or anything. So there are situations where even if you take the medical industry, earlier there used to be this open heart surgery and all those things happening. So if you go to a hospital with some minor issues, now it's a keyhole surgery. So with the advancement in technology, certain things have been replaced by certain new things, and it is going to happen every other day with every new technology coming up. So that is what I wanted to say about the topic. Basically, it's not a big topic. It's a big topic, but since the audience are not that matured enough to understand all the statistics, I don't want to discuss that. I think we can go for an open discussion on the topic.
Thank you so much, Sreelekshmy, for a very informative session. So before we end the session, I would like to hear from you, like how was your life at Amrita and how Amrita have helped you reach here in in your career path.
So, talking about Amrita, I have a lot to say. So, let me start from my BTech. I did my BTech at a college in Trivandrum, and I was a computer science graduate. But I was not that interested in programming, if you ask me, during my BTech time, because the way I was taught and the way I was guided was not the right way to teach a student programming, and it never created any kind of interest in me to learn programming. And then I applied for MTech in computational engineering and networking at the Coimbatore campus. So it was one of my neighbor who suggested me this particular college, and I was fortunate enough to be in that campus, which changed my life and my outlook forever. I have been fortunate enough to work under Dr. Soman, Dr. KP Soman sir, Dr. Saumya V, and many other people, including Dr. Gopalakrishnan sir, Vijay sir. So all these people, Govind sir, I think he's not there in Amrita right now, and many such people who are totally into research and academics. And the way we thought, or the way of teaching in Amrita is something which always made me happy, because you don't need to study things that you don't like to, and also it is not based on some theories. We in Sen particularly, we never had a proper or well-defined syllabus. Every other day, Soman sir or Soumya ma'am or Govind sir or whoever is teaching us, they will come to the class with a newly published research paper. We will have a discussion on that, and we try to implement some of the, or we try to reproduce the results they have given. And it was totally based on practical sessions. And that is what made me more interested into programming, and the way we were taught the importance and the concept behind each of the each and everything that we learn today made me realize the importance of the things which I'm learning. And yeah, that is what helped me in getting to where I am today. And I joined Accubits as a AI intern, and there also one thing which helped me to be where I am today is the knowledge which I got from Amrita, especially from Sen.
Thank you so much, Sreelekshmy. Really happy to hear that Amrita have helped you a lot throughout your career. And I would like to ask you a few industry related questions like for the students who are watching, they would be eager to know like what are the new trends and technology in this industry that you're working in. So can you share?
So right now, I cannot say that whatever I'm saying right now will be the hottest topic, maybe in another 1 or 2 years' time, because the industry is changing rapidly. So right now, the industry is behind AI, blockchain, and metaverse. Metaverse is one of the hottest topic, and many companies are behind the same metaverse, on how metaverse can be used in their particular scenario. If you ask me, we as a company are planning to use metaverse for gamification of the learning platforms and many such things. So these three are the hottest topic for the time being, but it might change. We cannot say that this will be the technology for the next 10 years or maybe for the next 5 years. It is definitely going to change. And another thing which is under boom, which is on a growing stages, one is people analytics, or where we discuss about the psychology, the relations between the psychological approaches, which make you, if you, for example, I can say, uh, how an AI algorithm or a data analytics algorithm can influence the way a particular person thinks. So if many of you are familiar with Netflix, there is one documentary called Great Hack, where they discuss about, but it is not actually the correct practice, um, how a company use data to manipulate people, and to make them vote for a particular candidate during the US elections. That is the negative part of it. But the same thing you can do, or the same thing can be applied in a way where you can influence people in a good way or in a positive way. So that is also one of the upcoming areas of research. Then another one is, of course, bioinformatics. There are a lot of studies going on the application of AI, or AI with biotechnology. So currently, these are the few topics which are under hot discussion.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much for sharing all the information. So thank you for your very informative session once again. And so thank you students for watching us today. That's all we have for you. So we'll see you all for another session tomorrow, same time 5:30. Thank you. Have a good evening.